It is time for more exclusive leaks. The next leak I'm giving you right now is a big one, but it's one I've been talking about for a while now. You know all my leaks have been true, and it is time to do a $100 giveaway. Like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. I'm going to show you the impact, quick replays, very quick ones, and what's going on, and possibly some info on an upcoming ban list. So stay tuned if you want to hear about all of that. Let's begin. Are you ready?
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
What the heck? Well, what you probably heard about tier limits is that they could win on turn 0. Turn 0 would be before you even have your first turn. So let's see what that could look like. Make your play, summon, activate, and just like that, by activating a monster effect on the field, you could special summon Havness. Come forth, Havness. That's going to be milling 3, and it's going to be triggering some card effects. So this is on the opponent's turn before we even go. We're going to make you, we're going to make you, we're going to spin that back row back in the deck, we're going to send from the deck to the graveyard to then Fusion Shokan into Dragostapelia, and this is all during the opponent's turn. So this is what it kind of looks like to win on turn 0. We have a monster negate, and we have spin any card on the field back into the deck, mate. And we could do it again on our turn. So this can't be used for Fusion Summon, and if it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, it resummons onto the field, being able to spin a card in the field back in the deck again, and it could send a tier limit from your deck to the graveyard to trigger another fusion. This is nuts. This is the main boss monster, and it's actually the one on the banner. This is the banner card among the 3 main deck types that you're going to be seeing on the banner. Beyond it activating on special summon, it also activates if an aqua monster is sent to your graveyard by card effect while this is on the field. So that's a quick one replay example. I'll be showing you another one. Let's go. And very quickly before I show the next replay and give you info about the ban list and the impact of tier limits, I casted a $3,000 tournament with tier limit Ashizu. Full power, the best players of the TCG were in this tournament. The players in this tournament, after my tournament started winning YCSs after I casted and hosted this $3,000 tournament. Now I'm going to show you a 1-card combo on why this card might get banned. Get ready. Get going. Instant fusion into your Kit Kalos, or you could just fuse into it normally. This card's banned in the TCG and OCG, and this is going to be the reason why, because it's kind of like Chaos Ruler. It's going to initiate you to mill a ton of cards. So on summon, it searches for a Merly or sends it to the graveyard. It could also search for a tier limit spell or trap. And what you're going to do here is then send it to the graveyard to summon Merly. Merly on summon's going to mill 3, and Kit Kalos in the graveyard's now going to mill 5. Well, let's go. Mill 8. What could happen after milling 8? Well, all the effects are happening. We're going to be summoning triple fusion off of that. We're going to draw into a Beaver Warrior, and holy moly. And then we could make a Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf during the opponent's turn could then summon the Merly back in the field to trigger even more milling. So we have Monster Negate. You can only special summon once per turn, mate. We could spin a card on the field back into the deck off of an Aqua being sent to the graveyard, which is what we could trigger right now. Sent to the graveyard, triggering our Kaleido Heart, spinning the Mad Lad back in the deck, and that is what this deck could do. The power of this deck, attack with everything, GG no re. Now, I know someone's gonna be like, DK, no one's playing Winda. Yes, they are. In Japan right now, I'll show you, they are playing Winda. Any of your shadows being in the graveyard, you're gonna use that for Fusion Summon into Winda, and they can only special summon once per turn. That's it. This is all one card combo. What the hell? Now, by March 17th, this deck is still winning. This doesn't look that dominant, but it got hit by so many ban lists. Look at the deck list. This is an example of it playing Shadow. They are summoning Winda, and this might be the way we play it in Master Duel, because they're going to pre-hit the deck before we even get it. If we were to look at this and try to predict on ways they could hit it, we got limit 1, semi-limit. There are harder limits on the Ashizu cards. They might do that. Limit 1 onto the tier limit field spell, and you have the Kit Kalos completely banned. This is an example of what the banner is going to look like. I already showed you Amazonas. You have tier limit on the next banner. This is for the April pack. Now, let's look at the domination. 60% of the meta, OCG, 59% tier limit. What the hell? This is my $3,000 tournament, which was, I would say, a bit before. This is top 16, so that's quite a lot within the top 16. 11 out of 16. Moving on, 26 out of the top 32. Okay, moving on, 71% of the top 64. Holy moly, what the heck? 18 of the top 32. These are all TCG tournaments. 65% of the top 32. I cannot freaking believe it. Well, what is going to happen with us? Why is this so freaking good? Any of the tier limit girls being sent to the graveyard by card effect is going to perform a fusion summon. Kit Kalos, super banned in both games. We have Rhinoheart, only banned in limited to 1 in OCG. We have Sharon, limited to 1 in both. This one is nuts because you could send a monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon this, then mill 3. What the hell? Doesn't take up your normal summon. Havness, which allows the turn 0 wins by using it on your opponent's turn. Merly on summon will be milling 3 cards. The planet is going to be searching for a tier limit and popping cards on the field when a tier limit's returned back in your extra. We also have Sulik. Sulik. This is going to be negating monsters and also a really good way to trigger your Kaleido Heart. You could send your Kaleido Heart to the graveyard, it reborns back in the field, spin a card in the field back on the deck. You have the Kit Kalos on summon, could search for any tier limit card or send it from the deck to the graveyard. So on your opponent's turn, send a tier limit card from your deck to the graveyard, perform a fusion. On your turn, search your deck for a Sulik or search your deck for a Merly and then perform the mill 8 combo. Now, I had intel, I should say my source. My source had intel on Totally Awesome and Union Carrier being banned 3 weeks before they would be banned. That is banned because of Sprite. And because of tier limit, we might see a ban on Grass Looking Green. We might see a ban on Instant Fusion. We might see a ban on Snow. It's banned in TCG. We might see a ban on Curious, ban in TCG. We might see a ban on Chaos Ruler. Now, it's important to know that Japan, they don't do the TCG. The TCG in Japan, OCG, they're separate. So these bans being just in TCG, that's not going to be affecting why it would be banned in Master Duel. It's completely up to Japan Konami, and I should know weeks in advance if any of these cards would be banned. And I think people have been discussing, I've been theory crafting that if all the tier limit cards were to be released, limited to 1, everything, 1, that'd be ridiculous, it wouldn't happen, but the deck would still probably be the best deck in the game, even with everything limited to 1. Why? Because anything less than banning Kit Kalos, the deck's gonna be broken. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know the limits. I don't know the rarities. All I know that this is coming in April, and I'm telling you to get ready. I'm telling you to get ready. If they were to limit everything to 1, then the best way to play it is probably, let's look at the tier list right now. We have a Shizu Chaos. Something like this is probably going to be the way to play it. A deck like this, just putting in 1 of each tier limit if everything was limited to 1. So if you hate a Shizu Mill, the good news is the deck will probably take out Necroface. I know you've been hating that. This is a card that, you know, Konami might hit this. I don't know. But this might be taken out to make room for tier limit, and then you got the deck. Stay tuned for the next and final leak showcase, the middle card, the middle deck type. I will be leaking it. It's coming next week on twitch.tv/Decade around 4 p.m. EST. All right, remember the giveaway, and thank you all very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the, you know, talking about how top tier this deck is. This is the real. This is not YouTube clickbait. This has actually been tier 0. This is crazy, but I'm going to give you some assurance. Konami likes money. Yes, we both agree on that. Well, Konami makes more money when a deck is tier 0 in TCG, OCG, because they got to convince you to put away your deck to play a new deck, because you're only playing weekly at your locals. Well, in Master Duel, they make more money with variety. The more variance there is, you have a more varied play style against other decks. You're not getting sick of the game, and you're playing different decks because you're going to naturally get sick of your own deck. They make more money that way. But again, if they limit everything to 1, I think the deck's still going to be the best deck. I don't know. And we all know they're not going to hit the deck that hard. It's coming. April, we're going to have a $2,000 MCS tournament with the tier limit pack. April 15th, 1 p.m. EST. The best players around the world are going to come together, and you're going to see the best way to play the deck. Let's go.